about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Harambe YouTube, it is Charles here, and today I want to talk about G.I. Joe number 18. We got one of my favorite characters brought into the continuity of the G.I. Joe Energon universe, and that is Roadblock. You notice I got my action figure right here. The first G.I. Joe action figure I bought as an adult collector. I have since bought the Night Force one. And speaking of Night Force, we get a lot of plot advancement in that arc. The Night Force is coming together, recruiting Roadblock as its newest member. We get to see Jody Craig, aka Shooter, for the second time in this series. Scarlet, I believe Flint, and the first part is primarily dominated by the Crimson Twins and Roadblock. We find him retired from the military life, doing his dream job in Mississippi, running a food truck. And, you know, as far as his personality and appearance, they're taking a little bit of a different approach than I expected. He is here really as a gentle giant who wants nothing more than to cook food for families and get as far away from violence as he can. But the Crimson Twins, they want to recruit him to run their food trucks, which he sees right through as a ruse. That you know they want him to be the face of their recruitment that they're going to be running out of these food trucks. So he politely declines, and that is where the action begins. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but let's just say we get to see the gentle giant become not so gentle. And it is some of the biggest, loudest action that I have seen in this story, and Roadblock is a one-man demolition crew throughout the majority of this book. And by the time we get through with the action piece, that is when he is contacted and reconnected with the forming Night Force, who are surreptitiously forming behind the back of Duke and the other Joes. So far in this crew, like I said, we got Ray J, we got Flint, and we have Shooter, and now Roadblock, and then also we get to see Cobra Commander return back to the base after his mission to retrieve more energon from the dreadnoughts that went awry. And we had the whole, I think, 4-book arc of the Dreadnought War, which was an exciting story arc. But he is, back to the Cobra headquarters with some of the dreadnoughts that he's been able to form an alliance with. And we find out that he knows that Destro was plotting behind his back to take over Cobra. But Cobra Commander is keeping that information close to the vest, because as we know, he is a man that has plans behind plans. So a very, very good issue, a very fun issue, dedicated 75% to Roadblock, and still advancing plot points. I like his appearance in this. I like the cover. It tells you a lot of the story. Not so much the character that I'm used to seeing him as, but the Energon universe is a new story, new alignments, new characters, old characters behaving in new ways, like Baroness being a part of the Joes now. So they're still keeping it fresh, and they're still keeping the reader on their toes, even if you are familiar with G.I. Joe lore. So check this out from Image/Skybound Comics, G.I. Joe number 18, part of the Energon universe. And I will see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. I'm out.